Hello there, welcome in. We are back with A Tale of Bistun. Hello, Axel. Yeah, just a bit. I think the main thing is I yeah, head pats. With how the weather is changing, my allergies don't know what to do. So it's like we were just getting into spring, and now we're in icy weather again. So yeah. My husband is actually on his way home, or not home, but on his way to work, and I am not happy about that. The body is Alt F4ing? Oh, yes, the body is Alt F4ing. Hello there, Rit. I'm sorry, I don't know Spanish, so I will not be speaking Spanish. Big sad. Yeah, well, so it's more of a everything is closing down. Even the Air Force base that's near us closed down. But his job is like, nah, you still have to drive an hour to get here, so. Um, and so he's like, well, hope. Yeah, so he is driving right now. As of now, there's no weather, but it's gonna be snowing and icy on his way home from work, so. Yeah. I even, like, am thinking about telling him to, like, find a hotel, because I'm like, you are. Yeah. Just so he doesn't have to drive in the weather. But we're back with the Tale of Bistun. We might be near the end. I'm not sure. Once we are near the end, hello, Charlie. Doing well. Yeah, so, but let us continue. How are you doing today? So these are the commands on both that you can do.
The storm within Farhad's heart rivaled the one that rent the dark skies. Bistun was defeated, but at such cost. He felt more alone than he had ever felt before.
You need to kind of remember what I'm doing. Alright, so there's sprint. But can we please be friends? We always love having new friends. All new followers and subscribers are considered our wolf pups in our den. And we're all friends here.
For the first time since he awoke on Mount Bistun, his path.
Okay, so these are all the.
But he had no one to share the news with.
Because this is called the last flicker extinguished. Let me look. Alright. I can't switch? Okay. Oh.
Farhad, what have you done?
Ooh.
What vile sickness did you expose my love to? You have no reason to dig through the mountain any longer. Princess Shirin is dead. Your king, Khosrow.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Rainfall is back to work. I was able to actually do the whole join the raids and things and change what I was training. No, it cannot be. Everyone that I cared for is gone. I have brought death to them all. Oh no. But there is yet one candle that still burns. Yes, you are strunk. Come on, break. What is going on? There you go.
Consumed Farhad. He felt that this world could no longer offer him anything. But death had not ended Farhad's journey before, and it was not about to now.
Wait. He's bleeding. What?
Instead, Farhad drew ever closer to answers. The final steps on the path laid out before him. The path that ended in the realm of forgotten memories. The fortress of oblivion awaited him. And Farhad thought of all those who had played their part in getting him here.
I've not played much Souls games. One of the things is, like, I do want to play Elden Ring. But I want to play the co-op. I want to get Elden Ring and do the co-op mod. Yeah. I've played Elden Ring a little bit on the Xbox, but not much.
Majestic Anahita, so dedicated.
I just don't have much time to play games that are that intense.
The beautiful princess, always out of reach. And the king, who had treated him with such disdain. But none of them mattered anymore. The whisper called to him. I called to him.
Yeah, I want to. Solo and I talked about doing it together. Yeah, my kid plays the games though. My 12-year-old has finished the games or finished Elden Ring 5 times. So he's on New Game Plus 5, and then I think he's gotten bored of it.
Fear and foreboding chilled Farhad as he walked amongst the horrors. Exiled and forgotten people, ensnared by the blight, trapped in endless suffering, their silent screams frozen in their gullets.
Yeah. I wasn't that great at it on Xbox, but I think it's more so I also didn't have time to.
Months, years. Decades. For how long I had called him to me, I cannot say. My voice gave out. But still, I cried out across the realms. Unimaginable agonies racked my body. Yet I never sought refuge in insanity. The wound that never
We're gonna go meet the Whisperer.
reminded me of my mortality and my purpose.
I mean, I played it once, but my kid played it a lot.
I looked into Farhad's eyes and saw his pain and confusion. But even then, I saw a flicker of something else. Was it relief? Words eluded him, however. So I explained everything. I told him my name is Nizami.
Ooh, we figured out
I
the
was a
name of the
blacksmith
narrator.
by day and a storyteller by night. I was banished by King Khosrow.
Ah, yeah.
Exiled unjustly. On Mount Bistun, I was mortally wounded, but saved by the most wondrous fruit and guided by a talking tree. Then, I discovered an otherworldly domain, a realm of forgotten souls. But the Div found me. I was imprisoned in the fortress of oblivion, doomed to be forgotten, teetering on the edge of oblivion. Agony poured from my wound and took form. You, Farhad, are created out of my pain, out of my wound. I told him, you are the manifestation of hope, the embodiment of purpose. I had lost count of the number of times Farhad had reached my prison, but each time he had refused my plea, refused to set me free. I knew the choice was grim, but I had to prevail. My story is not yet complete, and so I gave him a choice. Liberate me, or abandon me once more.
Oh.
The path to the left was where he
Is this
should
gonna be
engrave
something
the
where I have to
wise
do it
decision
twice?
to set me free.
To get 100%, like,
He
you
could
can
act
liberate
upon
him
records of
or
abandonment
not liberate him?
to right. You lie, Farhad said, his hands trembling. But I knew he did not believe his own words. It is just human nature to question that.
Yeah,
which
maybe
is
there's a
right.
double ending.
Farhad
Because then that
said,
means I would play this game again to try to
"Tell me the
100%
truth.
it.
Calm yourself,
But I could
Farhad,"
probably, like, get
I said
through
in a soothing tone.
a lot of it. Like,
Do not
maybe I
anger
could
confuse
skip
your
the dialogue
thoughts.
as much as possible.
We are one, I repeated. I feel every pain that you do. But the difference, I told him, is that my pain never dwindles. The moments of serenity as dusk falls. The sense of triumph when a fearsome foe has been vanquished. You experience these things and more, I said. I have only pain. And when you faltered, and my agony was too much to bear, you were reborn from my wound. With my words, Farhad recalled his visions of leaving the fortress alone. Look at me, Farhad, I implored. You do not realize how special you are. You are a part of me, but more than I could ever be. I knew his uncertainty, but I explained that unlike me, he has a choice: to free me or make the mistake of abandoning me again. To embrace the rare gift that I have offered, meaningful purpose or shun it.
Oh. Do I not know what choice I'll make? Let's go to the right.
Farhad's uncertainty was written on his face. So I warned him against abandoning me again. You only prolong the bitter cycle.
I think it's the right way is I'm gonna save him this time. So I'll have to go back.
Is not one of futility and confusion. And I told him that I would keep calling him, and he would come. Is that what you want? I asked. To go through all the heartache you have endured yet again? But I could not force him to see reason. If he would leave me again, I promised to send him away from this place. I would show him how to use the memory stone within his head to leave the fortress of oblivion. But what would he be escaping for? Endless wandering? Repetition without purpose?
Oh. Either abandon or give it more thought. Give it more thought. Because I wanted this time to not abandon and then next, or no, abandon this time. Then the next time I come through, save him.
Farhad's uncertainty. You will lose. And I told, is that what you want? But I could not. If he would leave, I would. But what would he?
Abandon.
I groaned, but I knew this was not the end. I will see you again soon. Once again, Farhad refused his destiny and condemned me to further torment. How many times he has failed me, I cannot say. Perhaps neither of us will ever be free. Perhaps the blight
Yes,
will spread.
it has my coffee and my water.
Still burns as fiercely as the agony in my chest. And Farhad's story has not yet ended. It cannot end yet.
Oh, hello.
A wave of nausea washed over Farhad. He stumbled. Darkness closed in.
Nope. I can't go anywhere. You hate the pets.
He staggered on. Before oblivion drew in again. He lost consciousness again and again. Panic streaked through his muddled mind. And then he remembered my warning. The bitter cycle. With every step, his memory slipped away. I must engrave Nizami, he thought. I must not forget.
No.
Farhad sought to immortalize my story in stone, lest he forget again. And against all odds, he did it. He looked back at all the engravings he had made and found hope in them. Hope that he could walk a different path. slowly, like the morning sun clambering over the horizon, consciousness came. He opened his eyes. How pleasant, he thought, to wake to nature's song. As he navigated the narrow paths, he breathed in the fresh mountain air.
Ooh!
It focused his mind.
I fell.
Questions bobbed to the surface, like apples in water. The same questions that he had struggled to answer at the start of the last cycle. But of course, Farhad knew nothing of that. He did not even know his own name. If you recall, I promised there was more to his tale. He sought a way off the mountain, and some buried memory drew him to the tunnel he had excavated.
Oh, over here. Oh, never mind. That's not the tunnel, apparently. I can't sprint. I guess that was a dead end over there. Okay. Over here.
And the story began anew.
بگفتا دل ز مهرش کی کنی پاک، بگفتا آنگه که باشم خفته در خاک، بگفتا جان مده بس دل که با اوست، بگفتا دشمنند این هر دو بی دوست، بگفتا گر خرامی در سرایش، بگفت اندازم این سر زیر پایش، بگفتو آن من شد زو مکن یاد، بگفت این کی کند بیچاره فرهاد. چو عاجز گشت خسرو در جوابش، نیامد بیش پرسیدن ثوابش. به یاران گفت کز خاکی و آبی، ندیدم کس بدین حاضر جوابی. به زر دیدم که با او بر نیایم، چو زرش نیز بر سنگ آزمایم. که ما را هست کوهی بر گذرگاه، که مشکل میتوان کردن بدو راه. میان کوه راهی کرد باید، چنان کامد شد ما را بشاید. به کوهی کرد خسرو رهنمونش، که خواند هر کس اکنون بی ستونش.
I think it's like in that language, it's rhyming, so that's why they did it in that language. But yeah, I did it. The first playthrough is done. Really anticlimactic. I thought there would be like at least one final boss, but I guess I did the final boss last time, maybe? But I guess I'm gonna be doing it again. Okay, so let me look at the achievements. Okay, so we got Tale of Bistun. See, the issue now is, do I start anew Or do I go to something else? Because this is way too soon. I'm not ready to be done. Okay. I guess I'll just keep up with this and okay, so how many of the like achievements do I have? Okay, so there's a few things. Is break the cycle. I didn't carve all the statues. I will have to figure it. Hello, Lena. Welcome in. Welcome in. I finished the game. But I am going to be going through the game again as I also go through trying to get all the achievements. This is weird. One of the things was cross every ledge in the game. Apparently I didn't cross every ledge in the game. Yes, I do remember you. Alright, yeah, so there is at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more achievements I need. Because I got 30 out of 38. Hey, thank you for the pat, Axel. And no bunking. I'm assuming the break your cycle is, yeah, set Nezumi free. Oh, okay, so I don't actually have to start over. It's not. Hello? There's no way to skip this? Okay. Apparently I can just go to the last 2 chapters and redo those 2.
I made a grave mistake. The kind that cannot be fixed. It all began with a war between 2 mighty deities.
Yeah. Okay, so I think it's just like, just go to the last temple. I can just redo these last 2 chapters.
Don't give up, Farhad, please. Stay with me. Farhad cradled her in his arms, as if she were made of porcelain, and he saw something wonderful, the slight rise and fall of her chest. I will take you home, princess, Farhad whispered. The rain ran down his craggy face in rivulets, masking his tears. Perhaps you do not love me, he said, sobbing. But I fought a mountain for you, and I put trusting friends in harm's way. And selfish as it may be, I would do it all again. As Farhad walked, Shirin started murmuring. Farhad leaned close. She whispered but a single word. Khosrow. Suddenly, it all made sense to Farhad. The stone carving. The two were the perfect couple. The king of Persia and the princess of Armenia. How could a lowly sculpture question such a union? Suddenly, Farhad ground his teeth as a great fury washed over him. Not at Shirin, or even Khosrow, but at himself. What was I thinking? How could a princess love someone like me?
It's such a sad story about him. It's like he lost all memory,
But it
so
doesn't
he
do to
assumed he
wallow
was
in
in love with
self-pity.
this
And other
girl.
questions wormed their way through Farhad's anger. If not Shirin, then who does the whisper belong to? How could he defeat Bistun and enter the fortress of Oblivion?
Yeah.
Why even try now? Farhad was ashamed by his selfish musings. What happened to Anahita? He thought. Does she need my help?
Oh yeah, and the bird never came back.
Lost in his wretched thoughts, Farhad nearly failed to notice something alarming. Shirin's dainty feet were turning gray. I can't feel my legs, Shirin mumbled.
Oh.
Shh, be at peace, Farhad reassured her. You will be all right, as Anahita was. Shirin furrowed her brow. Anahita? Farhad swallowed and drew in a deep breath. She is your guardian. She risked everything to help me. He trailed off with a hoarse croak. I should check the rift is still sealed, Farhad thought, recalling the memory stone. What does the statue hold? Greetings, Farhad. My sources tell me you are a man of your word. Perhaps I should be impressed, but reports of your engravings give me cause to question your sanity. I had thought that when Princess Shirin herself revealed that she does not return your love, you would cease your efforts. If you must persist, so be it. I will not stand in your way. Just remember that I require complete, unhindered passage through Mount Bistun. Only then will I grant you your wish. Know that I have sent my best horsemen to bring the princess home. In the meantime, you are responsible for her safety. Your king, Khosrow. Something about Khosrow's tone set Farhad on edge. When the riders came, he decided to be absent.
Okay. So I'm trying to get...
Princess Shiren traveled here alone. Farhad tried to reassure himself. Harm will not befall her. The choice was a difficult one, but Farhad could not abandon his friend. After all, both he and Shiren owed Anahita their lives. And while a broken heart may ache for years, death happens at once. Perhaps Anahita's last temple would suggest her whereabouts. Khosrow's letter was condescending, haughty, oppressive. Shiren would no doubt be safe with the king, but at what cost?
Oh, ah, whoa! I wrecked the game! I broke the game! Okay. I'm gonna take a screenshot because yeah, I broke the game. I wonder, can I just do the last chapter instead of having to do all of this again? Yeah. I love that Spikebot does the clip thing too. Chapter select. Oh, that's hilarious. It put me back to the chapter 3. Okay. Let's just do the last chapter. See if how far.
The storm within
Yeah, this is
Farhad's
where
heart rivaled the one that rent the dark skies.
Spike
Stone
is
was
sleeping. I
defeated,
don't know how he clipped stuff
but
out
at
without
such
looking
cost,
lucky Luke.
he felt
Yeah.
more alone than he had ever felt before.
See, we're gonna see if Solo or Gray can figure out Spike's code to see if there's a way to make it so that when Spikebot talks, Spike wakes up. I would love that. Well, it's HTML, CSS, and like fields. It's in Stream Elements.
For the first time since he awoke on Mount Bistun, his path was clear, but he had no one to share the news with. Princess Shirin would be resting in Khosrow's quarters.
Yeah, it's through Stream Elements, so.
Farhad, what have you done? What vile...
Well, okay, so it's someone who made the code up and put. So it's there was someone who made little mascots and they're on Etsy. But you use Stream Elements to make it so that it works. But they created the code themselves. It's not Stream Elements that did it. It's someone who made it through Stream Elements.
But death had not ended Farhad's journey before, and it was not about to now.
Because they also have like a little axolotl. One of our Civi has an axolotl mascot pet from the same people.
The final steps on the path laid out before him. The path that ended.
Yeah, it's powered by Stream Elements.
Forgotten memories. The fortress of oblivion awaited him. And Farhad thought of all those who had played their part in getting him here. All seeds, with his wisdom and kind heart.
All
Majestic
seeds.
Anahita, so dedicated to atoning for her greatest mistake. The beautiful princess,
Shirin,
always out of reach.
and
the king,
Khosrow.
who had treated him with such disdain. But none of them mattered anymore. The whisper called to him. I called to him. Fear and foreboding chilled Farhad as he walked amongst the horrors. Exiled and forgotten people, ensnared by the blight, trapped in endless suffering, their silent screams frozen in their gullets. months, years, decades. For how long I had called him to me, I cannot say. My voice gave out. But still, I cried out across the realms. Unimaginable agonies racked my body. Yet I never sought refuge in insanity. The wound that never heals reminded me of my mortality and my purpose.
Don't know if this will be a thing. There you go. There's Nezumi.
I looked into Vrahal, but even then, was it words? I told
Yes,
him I was
Nezami.
banished on Mount then, but the D teetering on you I had lost, but each I knew, and so I the path bore. This time, I resorted to honesty to convince Farhad to release me. If he rescued this poor old man, his creator, from a life of torture, I promised to continue my journey. I would seek out the source of the blight afflicting nature, the reason behind the chaos that sweeps through Persia, and destroy it. But sadly, there was a catch. To leave my unnatural shackles empty would draw unwanted attention.
Oh no.
Farhad would have to take my place. At this,
Oh,
the
Farhad.
sculptor growled and turned his head. Wait, I implored. You do not understand. I told him how this sacrifice would give his life meaning. After all, it was his purpose. It was what he was created for. The only way he could escape the cycle. And I promised that when my quest was complete, I would come back to return the favor.
Set Nezami free.
You have made the right decision, I told him.
Oh gosh. That has to hurt. Nope. Kiss on the head.
Before I left, Farhad asked me if his sacrifice would be worth it. There is no greater blessing than having purpose, I told him. No worse pain than having it denied. I promised I would not rest until I had stopped the sickness afflicting nature. I would rescue other poor, imprisoned souls and face the threats before me with the courage that Farhad had shown. The Marvand, I called. Let your fires light my way.
Almost feels like it could go into a second game.
بیاورد ضحاک را چون نبند، به کوه دماوند کردش ببند، به کوه اندرون تنگ جایش گزید، نگه کرد باری
Him
بنش
within the
ناپدید
cave, untroubled by the sun.
بیاورد مسمارهای گران
He
به
told my
جایی که
glasses.
مغزش نبودن در آن فرو
No
بست
head
دستش
pass
بر آن
until
کوه
glasses
باز
come back
بدان تا
apparently.
بماند به سختی دراز ببستش بر آن گونه آویخته از او خون دل بر زمین ریخته از او نام ضحاک چون خاک شد جهان از بد او همه پاک شد
Yep. So okay. So I should have gotten that achievement, which it's not popping up like it usually does. All right. Let's look at Steam. Tale of Bistun. View all achievements. It didn't count. It still says I don't have it. Actually, no. It doesn't say I even have continue the cycle. Do I have to watch the entire credits? Let me look. I'm gonna get my iPad out. No, because I didn't. So, break the cycle and continue the cycle are basically finishing the game. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, you had to actually go through. Alright. Chapter select. You had to go through. Okay, so I have to go back and abandon him again. You had to watch the credits all the way through.
Farhad's heart rivaled the one that rent the dark skies. Bistun was defeated, but at such
Yeah,
cost.
credits.
He felt more alone than he had ever felt before.
I was trying to search. There was nothing about it, like going through the credits in like any, and it just says to set her free. So set him free. So I was confuzzled. So we're going through the last chapter again.
first time since he awoke on Mount Bistun. His path was clear, but he had no one to share the news with. Princess Shirin would be resting in Khosrow's quarters.
Lost? No, I'm not lost. I'm also running around seeing if there was any of the, because like I haven't gotten like some of the things that are like read all the tablets and everything. So I'm like doing some last minute. I think like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through all the chapters again. Oh, you don't know the meaning of that word? There's different. English is weird because like the main kind of thing of Lost is saying, "Hey, like I do not know where I am. So you are lost." If you lost your train of thought,
What have you done?
like you lost your mind, you're going crazy cuz your mind is lost. And what you said was you're not able to find your way. Not knowing where you are, not knowing where your like whereabout is.
Guilt consumed Farhad. He felt that this world could no longer offer him anything. But death had not ended Farhad's journey before, and it was not about to now.
I think mainly, I think an
Instead,
example would be like
Farhad
you're
drew
in
ever
one city
closer to answers. The final
that you've
steps
never
on the
been
path
to,
laid out
and
before him.
you don't know
The path
where
that
to
ended
go.
in the realm of forgotten memories. The fortress of oblivion awaited him, and Farhad thought of all those who had played their part in getting him here. All seeds, with his wisdom and kind heart. Majestic Anahita, so dedicated
I mean,
to
you
atoning
said
for her greatest mistake. The beautiful princess.
confuzzled,
always out
confuzzled.
of reach.
Oh, if you're saying confuzzled,
And the king.
then I'm just saying I'm confused. It's a kind of a silly way to say confused.
The whisper called to him.
Confused.
I called to him.
You're not able to think clearly. Was it confuzzled? Yeah, it's a made up word that a lot of people use. It's a silly. Yeah, you were confused. Yeah, it's funny because in English we have a lot of like made up words that everyone uses.
Fear and foreboding.
It's like
as he walked amongst the
like for
hordes,
sometimes like
exiled
instead
and
of saying
forgotten
sleep or
people,
like go eat,
ensnared by the blight,
just being
trapped in
it's
endless
cutesy, cute.
suffering,
It's a
their
cute way
silent
to say
screams
things.
frozen in their gullets.
Yeah, like night night. Yeah, night night. Baby goes night night, night night. Oh, you just thought that that word had a different meaning. Okay, yeah.
Months, years, decades. For how long I had called him to me, I cannot say. My voice gave out. But still, I cried out across the realms. Unimaginable agonies racked my body. Yet I never sought refuge in insanity. The wound that never heals reminded me of my mortality and my purpose.
Okay.
I looked, but even then, was it words? I told him I was I was banished on Mount then, but the teetering, you, I had lost, but each I knew, and so
Skip
the
through
path
all of this.
Farhad's uncertainty was written on his face. You will lose. And I told, is that what you? But I couldn't. If he would leave, I would. But what would he? I groaned, but I knew this was not the end. I will see you again soon.
Okay.
Once again, Farhad refused his destiny and condemned me to further torment. How many times he has failed me, I cannot say. Perhaps neither of us will ever be free. Perhaps the blight will spread unchecked. But my purpose still burns as fiercely as the agony in my chest. And Farhad's story has not yet ended. It cannot end yet.
Right.
A wave of nausea washed over Farhad. He stumbled. Darkness closed in. He staggered on before oblivion drew in again. He lost consciousness again and again. Panic streaked through his muddled mind. And then he remembered my warning, the bitter cycle. With every step, his memory slipped away. I must engrave Nizami, he thought. I must not forget. Farhad sought to immortalize my story in stone, lest he forget again. And against all odds, he did it. He looked back at all the engravings he had made and found hope in them. Hope that he could walk a different path. Slowly, like the morning sun clambering over the horizon, consciousness came. He opened his eyes. How pleasant, he thought, to wake to nature's song.
there's the headpath.
As he navigated the narrow paths, he breathed in the fresh mountain air.
I'm gonna go this way
Focused his
first.
mind.
See if there's something over here.
Questions bobbed to the surface, like apples in water.
Oh,
The same questions that he had struggled to answer at the
There's
start of
nothing.
the last cycle. But of course, Farhad knew nothing of that. He did not even know his own name. If you recall, I promised there was more to his tale. He sought a way off the mountain, and some buried memory drew him to the tunnel he had excavated. And the story began anew.
بگفتا دل ز مهرش کی کنی پاک، بگفتا آنگه که باشم خفته در خاک، بگفتا جان مده بس دل که با اوست، بگفتا دشمنند این هر دو بی دوست، بگفتا گر خرامی در سرایش، بگفت اندازم این سر زیر پایش، بگفت او آن من شد زو مکن یاد، بگفت این کی کند بیچاره فرهاد. چو عاجز گشت خسرو در جوابش، نیامد بیش پرسیدن ثوابش. به یاران گفت کز خاکی و آبی، ندیدم کس بدین حاضر جوابی. به زر دیدم که با او بر نیایم، چو زرش نیز بر سنگ آزمایم. که ما را هست کوهی بر گذرگاه، که مشکل میتوان کردن بدو راه. میان کوه راهی کرد باید، چنان کامد شد ما را بشاید. به کوهی کرد خسرو رهنمونش، که خواند هر کس اکنون بی ستونش.
okay. So I'm gonna go through, make sure I don't click anything to make it skip. But we have to watch the entirety of the credits. Long credits, yep. Hydrangeas, yep. I'm trying to find, like, the best way to do these other achievements. Because I have carve all the statues, which I apparently didn't. Yep, I have coffee. I already had coffee, so if I have more, I will have stomach issues. I only can have a certain amount every day without causing issues. So I might have to start from the beginning to actually carve all the statues. Okay. I wonder what languages there are. Polski, Dutch, Polish, Dutch, French, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, and then a few others. I think this is Japanese. Nihonjin. This is Nihonjin. I'm assuming it's Nihonjin because the first two is Nihon, which is Japan, and then Nihonjin is Japanese, and one is like Chinese and maybe like Korean. Then we have like Russian. Okay. Alright, we're gonna go back to chapter 1.
Slowly, like the morning sun clambering
I
over the
want to
horizon,
skip the dialogue.
consciousness came. He opened his eyes.
You can't skip dialogue. Great.
How pleasant, he thought, to wake to nature's song. But something was not right. The song was out of tune.
Okay, so the main thing is I need to carve all of the I need to carve all of the statues. Stop doing this. I hate EA does this. I hate that EA does that. EA app sometimes will force you, or like it will like pop up saying, hey, you're in offline mode. Like, but I'm not even on EA right now. I'm on Steam.
Come to be here.
So why did you pause my game in order to tell me you're offline? I do not care.
The right question, nor is where I'm going. A single terrible realization crystallized in his fogged mind. I don't know who I am. Many stories have been told.
So the achievements are, I know 2 I need is go on every ledge.
I promise.
It's not the best app. No, whenever they forced everyone, so we used to use Origin. Origin used to be how you got to like the Sims games.
On an exotic bird, a hoopoe.
And then EA took over. Origin used to have like what Epic does. They were called Gay on the House games.
He followed the hoopoe on instinct. Its beautiful
Um,
trail fanned the flame of hope.
It used to use like Origin, which it was called on the house games, and you would get, it was like every few weeks, and you got some free games. But then they stopped that because EA didn't want to give out free games anymore. They wanted to make their own streaming service. And it's the EA Play. They wanted everyone to use EA Play. And then that's when they started pushing everyone to use the EA app. So what's some of the other achievements I don't have? Okay, so we don't have talent and dedication, so that's carve all the statues. We don't have cross every ledge in the game, read all the stone tablets, ride all the sliding surfaces, engrave all inscriptions, and merely inquisitive. What's merely inquisitive? A merely inquisitive is interact with every feature in the base. Oh my gosh. On the PlayStation Store, only one person's gotten that achievement. Literally, first time was January 24th, last time was January 24th. Hmm.
All he did was pull that hatchet out of the stone. A simple act with a remarkable outcome. The revelation. There was no way back. Whatever this mysterious place was, he had to push on. The weight of the hatchets in his hands brought some comfort as he journeyed deeper.
Okay.
Help me! Who's there? The man called, his voice muffled by the thick, static air. Please, help! Where are you? No answer. He then felt despair, the kind that only the truly alone know. But he was mistaken. There was another in this ethereal place. The tree was alive, but bound tight by otherworldly rocks and glowing tentacles. The blades of the man's hatchets were sharp. The man didn't know if the creature were friend or foe, but he felt its pain and fear. It mirrored his own. Was freeing the creature wise? The man did not know, but empathy overrode his rational misgivings.
Okay. Now, I know one of the sliding surfaces was that one at the beginning that I didn't get to click. So maybe I will...
Free creature freed. The man approached.
Okay. But before I do anything, I'm going to go run over here. Okay, so I can't go over there. I'm just running around trying to see. Okay.
What happened? The tree. All destroyed. Then, uncover the Connaught Gate to the east. All seeds said.
Okay. Don't see anything else.
The man could roll under low objects with ease. As he ran, the man mulled Allseed's words. How will rescuing the tree's kin help me recover my memory? He wondered. It appeared to be a diary entry, engraved into the stone. But to whom it belonged was a mystery. As he trod the winding path, the man thought about everything that had befallen him. He worried about the nature of the sickness that all seeds had spoken of. How extensive was it? And how would it manifest itself? Little did he know that the answer to the latter question would begin to reveal itself a few steps further.
Just run all the way around. Each diamond represents one of the trees you have freed from the sickness. Oh.
This must be one of Allseed's trees, the man thought, breathing hard after his encounter. The tree had unfurled its vibrant leaves, embracing all but forgotten sunshine. What were those nasty little creatures? The man thought. Are they tainted by this sickness, or harbingers of it?
Boop! Boop! Okay, so over there. Kmart familiar. Okay, so there's nothing over here. I can't get anywhere over there. Let me look.
as the second of all Seed's kin was released, night cast its Whoever engraved this may know more about those creatures, he thought.
I think all of those are ones that I already opened. But I'm still gonna go read them just in case I need to reread them again.
Seeds was right. There is a sickness afflicting nature. The talisman stones must be at the heart of it.
I wonder if they will make a second one. Because it kind of didn't end like it with a normal ending.
Defending them?
Because the sickness was still around. Even with Nezumi, like, getting saved.
Still, he didn't know
so maybe the second game is like you play with Nezumi. Okay. So you go through there, but can I like go under here? No.
All seed.
So these were what I read.
A huge pomegranate hung.
So is this like the base I was talking about? Yeah, so there's that. Skip through the memories.
Farhad. My name is Farhad. But who was that pained woman? And why did she ask what she did? Does she want amethystine stones? Farhad wondered. Farhad found himself in the celestial revelations realm once more. The desperate whisper echoed through the strange starscape, calling, beckoning. Farhad! Farhad! Farhad could hear years of agony in those few words. Help me, Farhad, please. Show yourself, Farhad called into the twinkling black. Where are you? But if he was heard, the whisper didn't say.
Okay, so it looks like maybe this is the way I came. There's nothing over here. Yeah. I was just wondering.
What do these statues mean? He wondered. One was of the mysterious woman in his hazy memory. She
What if I go this way?
who pleaded with him to come to her.
No.
The other, no doubt, was Farhad himself. Was she the key to his past and his future? As the statue brought down its hatchet, the white liquid flowed. Farhad could only hope that soon his thirst for answers would be quenched.
Oh!
The din of the fallen bell shocked Farhad, but the guttural roar of some unseen creature terrified him far more. Something sinister was watching, waiting. But Farhad seemed to have one ally. Although Allseed's motivations were shrouded in mystery, he had come once again.
Okay. OC takes us back.
What do you know of a shiver when I... Is that what I... All see more of Farhad to be warned. Bistun, keep away.
Okay.
Farhad stood back and admired the engraving.
Just running around, making sure I catch everything.
Despite Allseed's warning, Farhad felt the seed of hope taking root in his breast. Although the path behind and before him was shrouded in darkness, now there was light enough to see his feet. Allseeds had proven that it could help Farhad regain his memories. And although he didn't yet have all the answers, he had purpose. And what is anyone without purpose?
Hey, I think this is one that I didn't get.
Princess. A fitting name for the greedy little creatures, Farhad thought.
So I've decided to explore Map Student further and document my observations. Perhaps I can spare more poor souls. Hello, Pasta. Welcome in. We are achievement hunting. I finished the game. Ow! Going around seeing if there's anything I missed. Yeah, I don't know if I missed this one. I don't think I missed this one. I think it's like the ones that are not hidden are the ones I found before.
He could improve his hatchet.
I did find one that was... Alright.
Farhad's thoughts never wandered far from the lady in his memories, but her face eluded his grasp. Has such ring.
Yeah, I know.
Laughter ever heralded anything good?
The laughter. These guys are super annoying when you don't have your special powers. Okay.
Farhad's attention. Amethystine stones protruded from its broken form. Farhad realized that being light on his feet was the key to evading the Peri's projectiles. But what new horrors awaited him? Farhad felt a new affinity with his hatchets, as though they were a part of him. Once again, night fell, as the last tree was cured of the blight. It was time to return to Allseeds. Deep down, Farhad knew who that huge hand belonged to. Bistun, the ancient Div, had its grip on the world.
Thank you for the hydrate, Axel.
Farhad's heart felt ready to burst out of his chest. Shireen, the name of the woman he loved. Silence hung thick in the ethereal air, as if God himself were holding his breath.
Oh, interesting. We didn't survive that one.
But God had forsaken this place, and a demonic creature made it its home. Something, perhaps the ominous roar, had activated the talisman stones. The
Whee!
Farhad's thankless guide was trapped. Farhad couldn't help but dwell on Allseed's dire warning. Beware the TheTaleofBistun if you value your life. The poor bird was in grave danger. Farhad found his attention drawn to the floating island pierced by menacing light. He could remember nothing about it, but somehow it seemed familiar. Farhad freed the hoopoe, but flap as it might, it struggled to fly. He tried to cradle the bird in his hands, but it evaded his gentle grasp. Perhaps Allseed's embrace would cure the bird of its injuries. If only it could do the same for Farhad.
Okay, so that's one of the statues.
I'm so sorry, Shireen, Farhad muttered under his breath. It pained him that he could ever have forgotten his love. What has done this to me, he thought. 1,000 thoughts and fears vied for supremacy in Farhad's head. But all coalesced
I
into a
wonder
single
with the
burning
statues of
goal.
if it'll be the same, but
To find
like with
Shireen.
the tablets is they'll all like since I'm just going back through the game and not doing a new game, if the ones I haven't
Thankfully,
carved.
it seemed all seeds had healed the hoopoe's wounds. The little bird darted from one perch to another with a grace that brought a smile to Farhad's lips. But it was the lukewarm smile of a troubled man. He couldn't stop thinking about the floating
I wish with the
island
Steam
fueled by light in the
achievements
revelation.
it would tell you like this is how many you've done, this is how many are left. Because then it'll be easy to be like, okay, well I only had one more, or I missed one slide or one ledge. Oh, did I miss these? Okay. I've discovered that the talisman stones mostly appear around particular trees. Why I do not know. I feel compelled to protect nature. The plague cannot be allowed to spread beyond the mountain. I have heard of an ancient temple nearby that may hold a
The
solution.
mention of an ancient temple piqued Farhad's curiosity.
Quack! Hello, not your CIA agent. Welcome in. It's been a while. I am trying to get all the achievements.
A reassuring warmth flooded through Farhad's body at the memory of
Yes,
Shireen's
I have
bright
finished the
face.
game. Now I'm taking my sweet time with running around each of the chapters. How are you doing today? A bit tired, trying to get some things figured out before my lease is up and I move to a different place. Nice. Okay. Hopefully you can get that all situated. No, dude! My controller stopped working. Oh, I almost died there. With what I'm seeing, I'm wondering, like, so you get, like, each time you battle, you have, like, the thing. So we have 4 more trees that I have to, and I think it's at the last tree is where you get one of the, things. If you can find it.
Another of those cursed arenas. Just how far had the blight spread? Farhad's resolve
Okay.
hardened. If he didn't act, there may be no world left to recall.
Keeping an eye on everything.
memories of Shireen grew stronger. He cherished each as the bee treasures nectar and vowed to never forget her again.
Okay. I will have to rid off soon, so maybe after I get all of these trees,
The blight must be worsening.
I will.
His train of thought was interrupted. A sweet scent found its way to him on the gentle breeze. It seemed to be coming from the temple ruins.
Okay.
The pickaxe's handle was carved from the fragrant branch of a pomegranate tree. Have I used this before? Farhad wondered. The feel of the pickaxe in his strong hand suggested the answer.
Okay. 3 down, 2 to go. Let me run around, make sure I didn't miss anything, just in case. I don't think I did, because I think I figured it out, where it's the last tree in each section is where, like, the special things are. Is there anything over here? But yeah, okay. So I'm getting all of these, like, wall things as well. The tablets are after every last tree. Okay. I think. I don't see anything else over here. 4 down, 1 to go. Run around. Is it down here?
Farhad sucked in
So it
deep
is down
breaths
here.
to
Okay.
cover his energy. But despite his exertions, he realized he was humming the broken notes of some long-forgotten song.
Looking around. Is there anything I need to carve? So I need to go that way, but... See anything up here? Doesn't look like it. Oh, over here.
The princess came here from the ancient land of music and peace, Armenia. It was a couple of years before Farhad built the milk canal for her new castle in Persia. Adrenaline wore off. A knot formed in Farhad's stomach. Those were royal soldiers, he thought, but they seemed mindless. Could
Okay.
the sickness affecting
So
nature
this
have
is
spread
the
to
last
humans, too? The notion struck
one.
Farhad with fear.
Let me go this way. Anything over here? Oh. Yeah, there is. So these are some I missed. So now how can he call himself a ruler when he has lost all control of his kingdom? He silences or exiles any critic, as I'm all too keenly aware. And now the Garaban Vair's soldiers are acting aggressively, irrationally. They seem inhuman. If the plague has affected them too, then we are in more danger than I could have imagined.
Something about the name Garibon Vars sent a shudder through Farhad. But why? He could not remember.
The dogs move in such a way that I think the door is opening, and it's like, it's not.
Farhad's fear settled into a crushing depression. Wherever he went, he encountered only forgotten destruction. Like a battlefield.
So let
long
me
after
run
the fighting
around,
has
see if
ended.
there's any statues.
Why is nobody trying
But
to
I will
stop
be
this
having to
madness?
raid off.
Perhaps.
Okay,
by
so I
now,
did see this one.
a smile
It looks
touched
like.
Farhad's lips, for he was well acquainted with those wondrous trees.
Okay, so I'm kind of like, I did like a big circle with all the trees that I had to fight, or, well, save. I'm gonna go back through here. Yeah. So yeah, now I have 10 of these. I will figure out like what chapter I'm on, and I'll start from where I ended next time. Because I don't know if it will let me continue from this spot, or if it will say like, hey, you already finished the game. But I just got the...
Farhad recalled why
Okay.
the little hoopoe had been with him since he...
Alrighty. Save, yeah. It auto-saves, I think. So we just did Shades of Prisoner. So if I go to the... here... I think I just... yeah, so I'm on chapter 4 now. I just gone to chapter 4. Or I was at the end of chapter 3. I think I was at the end of chapter 3. But I will... we might start from chapter 3 next time. Yeah. Or that's where we will continue from, most likely. Alrighty. Yes. Okay. Yes, you have a good evening and morning, everyone. Okay, so... let me look to see who raids. Yeah. Who to raid. Yeah. Automod is silly. Okie dokie. So let's see. Raid channel. Let's raid Living Frost. So here is the pup raid. So if you are only mods, yes. This is the pup raid. So this is if you are following, you can do that. If you are subbed, you can use the emotes. Like that. So yeah, we'll be back tonight with Pico Park and Children of Morta. Tomorrow morning will probably be crochet. If not, then it might be something else. I don't know. It just depends on if I have everything. Thursday morning will probably be Sims 2. Thursday night is D&D with Silver. And the D&D with Silver, and then Escapist, which that's going to be fun because we have a little surprise that we have to tell Warden. And then on Friday morning will be the Sims 4 series that I'm actually getting edited. It is exciting because one of our old editors has come back. So we have that's gonna be getting edited. And then Friday night will be Unravel 2 with Solo. So yeah, I'm excited for this week. So yeah, I guess until next time, bye.